Hello, everyone.
Hi, guys.
I would think we are live right now. So,
As usual, we're asking anyone, everyone from LinkedIn, YouTube, or Facebook to drop a comment if we are visible, if you can hear us correctly. We'll be very grateful for such comments, and we'll wait for another minute or two for the latecomers.
latecomers, yeah. Plus, we can check all the technical stuff here if everything is working okay. So let us know in the comments, in the chat, on if you are watching on YouTube. We are here for you. So yeah, let's hear from you. If we are well seen, well heard, that'll be very helpful from us. For us, of course.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, so we've got two confirmations from YouTube. YouTube is, I think, always winning.
Yep.
In this. Perfect. So I can see we've got our international audience from Poland. Shout out in the comments, where are you from, guys? So we know where are you watching us. So that'll be nice to know.
Okay, anyone from LinkedIn or Facebook? Let us know, just to be 100% sure. If not, we're starting.
Yep. But
up.
Yeah, all the text
Starting the engine.
Yeah, so here we go, Patrick. Maybe a little,
Yeah.
music
for the musical
beginning.
intro, yeah.
Yeah, and we've got first viewer from LinkedIn. Hello.
Thank you very much. Okay, so for all of you who don't know us yet, my name is Patrick, and I'm a customer success specialist here at Lendingy, helping and advising our customers to develop their campaigns and to make their landing pages even more convertible, so to speak.
Yeah, so I'm Andrew, and I'm Chief Marketing Officer, so handling the marketing at Lendingy, helping also Patrick with his webinars because he is the main star here.
Thank you very much. Okay, so today's topic is how to create a landing page based on a pre-made template, one of the templates from our Lendingy library. So without a further ado, let's start, because there'll be a lot of clicking today, a little bit of talking too. So stay with us and save your questions for the Q&A panel, which will happen right after we finish our landing page. So where to start while creating a landing page from a pre-made template? The good thing is to start with a copy deck, the one you see on the screen right now. What I've done here is created a short brief of a landing page divided into sections that contains a copy for each section, which will be very helpful in the process of copy and pasting it on the chosen into a chosen template. As you can see, it's divided into sections and a little bit of and some pieces for thank you page and also for SEO settings if you are going for search engine optimization. So let's see what templates do we have. I have already.
Yeah, and if I can just add a little bit about the copy, please proceed, Patrick. And if you recall our webinar about personas, this is something you should think of when preparing this kind of copy. Who is the receiver? Who is the audience? What kind of language you will use to attract them, to convince them to fill out the form?
Okay, so as you can see, guys, I'm picking the template. I've already chosen one for today's presentation. So let's just go to the one that's been picked to show you some options we have available here in Lendingy. I'll grab this one.
Of course, you can use different, filtering and sorting. You can find templates by the use case, the goal of the landing page. So we have a variety of options, more than 300 templates at your disposal.
That's correct. So plenty to choose from, but let's focus on that single one we are going to build from. Okay, so as you can see, this is a pre-made template showing something about the real estate office, showing the gallery, showing some sections that will be of our interest today. We'll definitely saving the photo gallery. That's always useful. I don't think I'm going to need a video section and all the sections above, because the landing page will be shorter just to fit in the time we have prepared for today's presentation. And of course, the form will be a crucial key, along with the redirecting CTAs. So what I'm going to do right now is to remove the unnecessary sections by clicking the bin icon whenever it's necessary.
Yeah, it's always good to prepare your canvas, I would say,
Yeah,
in
pretty
terms
much.
of preparing the landing page. So define the copy, define the structure, the layout of the landing page in some document. That would be great, maybe, or on a piece of paper, and then you can start implementing it right into the landing editor. So organizing your sections is the first key task here.
Okay, so today's landing page will be about a retro style bathroom project that you can get for free when you sign up in the form that we've prepared. So let's start from changing the overall theme of a template. So let's just remove the landing page general background. And there we are. And let's start to create our own background by picking the image for the section. So let's go here and let's not go for a color. Let's go for an image. And let's pick it from our gallery. Of course, you should always prepare your images in specified folders. It's always good to name them appropriately so you can pick them without any hesitation and to make your job faster and more smooth. I'm going to pick this one for.
Pick your photos, and just to remind you, you can use our Unsplash gallery. So millions of images. You can filter and search by different keywords and tags. So even if you don't have your own images and pictures, you can pick one from Unsplash, and it's free to use.
And the copy and pasting process is started. As you can see, I'm already selecting the text widgets to clear out the generic copy and pasting the copy that was prepared before our today's presentation. So let's just go through here.
Yeah, so just filling out the let's say placeholders. So all the templates have their widgets in place. So your job is to just adjust the copy, adjust images, adjust the layout to what you need. And of course, if you are selecting the template, I think the layout should be the main factor. I mean, you should see what kind of layout you like, and this will make your work easier when it comes to actually building the landing page from template.
As you can see, the copy and pasting applies not only to a copy writing, but also to a specific element. Let's see how can we adjust it here. I'm simply copying and pasting the elements here by pressing Command C, Command V, or Control C, Control V, depending on what device you're working on. And as you can see, such prepared icons can be aligned with the grid or with those red lines you can see on my screen. So they're in line and ready to be placed symmetrically. So I can add the copy to a strong points, as you can see. So let's just paste it here. That will take.
Yeah, and while Patrick is pasting, let me just remind you, because I hope you've heard about the new update coming from our product. We've actually updated the widget icon, also supporting it with hundreds of thousands of icons you can use. And the new cool feature is actually you can set the color of these icons because they are SVG files. So they're easy editable and fully scalable. So it will make your work easier and your layouts prettier when it comes to building your landing pages.
Okay, so let's do a little bit adjusting of a text here, and there we are. Maybe move it a little bit here. As you can see, with these red lines are quite helpful to align it or center every element on your landing page. Also, you could use a grid. Grid is set from the general page settings. When I set up the grid, you can see the working section, workspace of your landing page is divided to a grid that help you to align specific element, as you can see.
Yeah, and while the grid is turned on, the elements will snap to it. So it's also easier to position elements. And it's worth to mention here that our creator, our editor, our builder has its absolute positioning, which means you can move your elements freely as you like them. So there are no limitations in some sort of frameworks, layouts, canvas. You can position them as you want.
Okay, so there we are. And next thing we are going to check is where the actual CTA leads us. We need it to redirect us to a form section. This one on the bottom of the page, and we need to check its number to make sure we will create a proper redirection. As you can see, it's section number 14. So
you can also rename the section so you can find it easier when defining where the button should scroll to.
That's correct. But first, let's just set that scroll to section, and it's section 414 as we've already checked. And let's change the copy of the button. Let's see what we have here. Let's grab that. I want a free project one and put it in button settings on the right hand side panel. Right hand side panel. It's the place when you're doing most of the editing of a specific widget. But what I want to do right now is to copy that widget and paste it, because I'm going to do a secondary CTA that will lead us to section with some more information about the project. Let's just resize it to make it a little bit smaller to highlight the secondary position. Okay, and let's make it a little bit different from the original one. So let's just make.
Yeah, and while Patrick is doing it, let me tell you a little bit about it. Sometimes it's a good practice to give the alternate, call to action. Let's say, of course, there should be only one primary, but sometimes it works as well. If you want to give your audience a second options, maybe if they don't want to perform the first action, they will do the second one. But we will, of course, recommend to use one call to action mainly on landing pages.
Another useful feature is the ability of moving a group of elements. So as you can see, I'm grabbing these two buttons and I'm aligning it to the rest of the design. They're moving all together. So let's just move it a little bit up here. Maybe a short intersection. And there we are. So that's the first section.
Is it done? The first section is done?
Yeah, the first section is done.
Let's have a round of applause for you.
Plenty of applause awaits then.
Yeah, but as Kobe Bryant said, the job is not done yet.
Yeah. We've won only a single battle.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's go to section number 2. As you can see, I'm getting back to our copy deck section number 2. Here it is. And do the wonderful job of copy and pasting.
Yeah, of course you can easily, type your copies right away into the widgets. We do the copy paste here to make this presentation as brief as possible. But obviously you can, try different copy, try how it fits the layout, how it sounds, what phrases should be bolded, etc., etc. So this is how you can manage your template and edit it.
That's correct. Let's go back to this one, and we are going to paste it and present it as a bullet point list, because I think that's the most appealing way of presenting the copy on the landing page. It has to be bullet points that will stand out from the rest of the design. So bullet points are also the points that are catching the eye of a visitor, that something is listed. We pay more attention on something that's listed, which has been proven many times. So let's just go through.
Yeah, so you just added your text widget and formatted it as a list. So this is what Patrick is doing here. And it helps also the reader to better read the text, because it's not like a wall of text. It's like bullet points. It's easier to adapt for the reader.
Okay, let's go through here and let's give it a little bit of bold.
That's nice, Patrick.
Okay, so that's section number 2 done, which is actually an easy section, informative, a little bit of numbers. Okay, the third section wasn't picked by the accident, because obviously it shows that our template has already built-in features such as photo gallery. For now, you can see a couple of images that are selected, that are put into 2 rows. However, what I'm going to show you after the landing page publication. After clicking one of these images, you will be transferred to a gallery and you can switch between the full-sized images.
Yeah, so it's organized in a Lightbox gallery. So once you click on the image, you get the bigger picture. You can move through all the images in the gallery. It's like a built-in feature, so you don't have to do any, additional coding, additional CSS or JavaScript. You just use the built-in feature.
Okay, let's make it a little bit bigger. There we are. And what we're gonna do right now is to replace the images, because we're not interested in office look or a living room look. We're interested in some images of retro bathrooms. So let's see, what do we have in here?
Yeah, so this is also, the part of the job to replace the content of the template. So adapt it to your offer, to what you want to do, and communicate on the landing page. You can use your own pictures. That'll be the best, because this would give you more credibility if you use your own images, shots of your products, or yourself if you are selling services. So this is a good thing to do. If you don't have your own good quality images, you can also use our Unsplash library.
Okay, so here we are. As you can see, the lower pictures, the pictures in the lower row are aligned to the left side. So we are going to do the group movement trick. So we're grabbing the three of them and aligning them with to those red lines. As you can see, the one is crossing the middle picture. So this way we are making sure that they're aligned with the row above.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and sometimes it's hard to select multiple widgets with this method. So you can keep push the button command or control on PC and just click elements to add to the selection. So this is also another way.
Okay, another section needs a little bit of more adjustment, especially the background, but we're going to do a little bit of cleaning up in here. That's going to be about us section. So let's just move those widgets and replace the copy once again.
It's about the bathroom, so it should be clear and clean.
Yeah, it should be clean enough here. Yeah.
Or is it retro bathroom? So maybe a little rust over there and over would be nice to have too.
Remind me not to visit your home, okay? If you like a little bit of rust. Okay.
I have modern bathrooms, not retro.
Okay. There you go.
But still, feel invited anytime.
Oh, I will take advantage of the invitation, really.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Okay, there we are. And let's just...
So yeah, while Patrick is doing the about section, I'm not always, a big fan of bragging about yourself, because I think customers don't give a about your company, about your achievements. So you should only focus on their needs, their problems. But yeah, if it's not too long, like in our example, I think it could be a nice addition to the copy.
And the numbers does the trick. Always use numbers in about us section, because they want to know how many projects have you completed, how many orders, how many contractors you've been co-working with throughout the years. So it's good to place numbers in about section if you're using it at all.
Of course.
Okay, so what do we have left? It's background of that section. We need to change it to a little bathroom stuff. Okay, so let's change the image and let's go for this one.
Nice one.
Yeah, plenty of nice images in our library.
Are you a designer, Patrick?
Perhaps that's another stuff to do after hours.
Or maybe it's another conclusion that you don't have to be like a professional web designer just to create beautiful landing pages.
And that's the one.
That's a good tagline.
Okay, so this one here, and okay, as you can see, that picture is a little bit brighter than the previous one that's been used here. So what we can do right now is to apply a little bit of a dark filter, because obviously you don't have to stick to a simple image inputting. So let's go to a top layer of that image and select the color.
So basically you can apply a color above the image, make it a little bit transparent, so you can modify the visibility of the elements that are in the front of this section.
As you can see, I'm adjusting the opacity of a picture. So for now, I'm just putting like 20 or 30%. I think 20 will be better, just to show you the difference between the original looking picture and the one here. Okay, let's go for 15. So this one here, and of course the social proof section, which is very, very important. I think nearly every landing page should include the social proof.
Yeah. So, how your customers felt about your service, about your products, always gives credibility to what you're, saying on your landing page. So keep in mind, just, collect these testimonials and use them in the right time.
Okay, so let's give a name to Anna.
Yep. So
here comes Joanna and Martin or Martin. There we go. And a lovely copy pasting once again.
Yeah, and I think we got another interesting effect used in this template. I'm not sure if it's actually here, but you can use square images to create circle images. I know the trick, so you just have to set the rounded corners value. It should be at least half of the width of the square. This would make your square image a circle image. So it's a little tip and trick here for you.
Okay, and the last one here. There we go. It's a good thing to align them properly. Let's say in the middle of the section. There we are. As you can see, we have a little crosshair here. So let's just make the crosshairs in the middle of the widget. And there we are. That's social proof section. And let's give, let's put a little bit of life to that page. Let's remove that dark picture here. And let's go for a solid color this time. Let's go for a solid color and use that nice green theme color.
Oh, that's nice.
I think that'll do the job. It also go with those icons here and the CDA color, as you can see, and the picture that I'm going to use in the last but not least section, of course. I'd say it's the most important section with the form. So
yeah, let's make it pretty and very useful and user friendly. That's the most important thing.
Okay, so last picture, as I promised, will contain some green as well. So let's go for image once again and change the image. Let's go for that nice button with that. Okay, and let's just fill it in.
Yeah, of course you can manipulate how your background images behave, so you can position them accordingly. You can stretch them to fill out the whole section. So you can just test these options and pick what's working best for you.
Okay, I think that'll be all right.
Very nice. Wow, wow, wow.
Okay, or maybe that one. Yeah, that one will be all right. Okay, so as I said, fill out the form. That will be a good call to action, but let's just add something more. For example, what's going to happen?
Yep. So pointing out what will happen after you fill out the form. This, gives your audience a picture what they can expect after doing this. What is the next step? And this is, very important just to guide your audience, your customers from, one step to another, not leave them alone for themselves.
Okay, let's align it to the left. Okay, so here we are, the copy of the last section, and we need to pay some attention to a form itself, because I think form will be all right as it looks, because there's a green and white theme color there. So what I'm going to do right now, maybe I'll change the background of it a little bit. Let's say for this one, and make it, set the opacity of it. Oh, there we are. I think that would be nice. And let's go for form settings, because obviously there are a couple of things that we need to adjust. Let's avoid the situation when the form contains too many fields, because visitors aren't really eager to share too much data, especially when they meet your brand for the first time. So let's remove the company fields. let's leave the phone and an email. Okay, the name,
Yeah,
and let's of course adjust the consent field.
yeah. So different companies, different countries, different law regulations require different consents to capture during during filling out the form. So make sure that you are good with the law here and have everything you need in order to work with the leads afterwards.
Good to practice is also presenting what exactly are you need the data for. For example, we are going to send some information, newsletters, industry news, or topics suggested by the community. So it's all available uh, under the tooltip that I'm going to show it later when the page is published. Okay, so let's save this one, or not just yet. The good thing is to integrate your form, to connect it with at least your inbox or additional marketing tool. I'm going for my Landingi inbox just to show you how easy it is. You just enable the option under the email integration tab. You're putting your email address, maybe that's way in here.
Yep. And I think if you leave it blank, it will go to the default email address. Here would be the account email
Yeah,
address.
the account owner.
Yep.
And the email title, let's say retro bathroom new lead.
All right, so I'll maybe sign up and you'll design it for me. If you design these beautiful landing pages, you can easily build a beautiful retro bathroom.
Happy to oblige. Okay, so let's go to thank you page, because obviously that's the one we need to take care of as well. That's the main theme picture from the original template. We are going to change it to one of ours. So let's change the image to this one.
Yeah,
there we are, and just make it a little bit.
when I was a designer, I used to, or even if I edit some of our marketing landing pages, I sometimes just copy the first section of the main page into this thank you page and just, adjust the copy because I've got the layout already, prepared. So just say pointing the next step plus thanking someone that signed up through the form is what I do.
Okay, there we are, and let's move it a little bit lower. There you go. Okay, so that closes the designer's work for us, but we need to go for SEO settings, as I mentioned, for search engine optimization. So let's go to right hand side and let's go for SEO/social share.
Yeah, just be sure that you have selected the whole page. So you added page settings and not any section settings, and you will find this tab over there.
Of course, all that
so
titles, keywords, and the description is already prepared in our copy deck. So
this is important from two reasons. First one is SEO, obviously. So you have your proper meta tags set in order to display to the landing page be displayed properly in search results. This is the first use case here. Second one is social sharing. So if anyone shares link to your landing page, this information would be implied here. So it's also important to point out the value that someone could get from entering your landing page and then from your offer. Keep it in mind.
Okay, it's a good thing to preview the page before the publishing, so I'm going to do it right now.
Live publishing is always stressful.
Yeah, of course, of course. Let's just
but
make sure
we got it.
Everything's in order here. Okay, the first one is loading. All right.
Perfect.
Looks decent. And let's go back and take a look at the mobile view, because obviously mobile view needs some special attention. We always want it to be as responsive as possible. So let's make it nice and smooth for all of our visitors that will actually see our page from phone or...
Yep. So sometimes mobile view needs a little bit of adjustment. this is something connected to the absolute positioning, because the freedom of placing your elements wherever you want. Sometimes you have to just adjust a little bit the mobile view, but it also gives you a freedom of design when you are editing the mobile view. So the mobile view could look completely different from the desktop view. Plus you can make some elements hidden on the mobile view. If you decide that it's too much content, you can just select them and hide them on this particular mobile view. And also keep in mind that once editing the mobile view, you can also always manipulate with the style. So you can make your fonts bigger, make your images bigger or smaller. It won't affect how the design was made on the desktop view, so it's separate.
Okay, looks all right. Now I can see that the page is actually in line with what we created on the desktop port. So I think we can go for a publishing.
Oh, for example, if you had like the white heading in the bottom section, I think we could make it black
Or-
to be more visible.
Or green.
Yeah. So we just select it, and adjust the color,
There you go.
and it won't affect how the desktop view was made. So it will remain white on the desktop.
Okay, so I think we're good to go. What do you think, Andrew?
Yeah, looks nice. So yeah, let's publish.
Okay, dum 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 dum. Let's go.
We gotta go. We gotta go. Yep.
Okay, obviously we are viewing it on desktop view, but feel free to enter the link.
Oh, it will be hard. I think we could paste it in the chat.
Oh yeah.
We can do it actually.
Yeah, you could do that. So let's go through here and let's go to the comments here, right?
Yeah. You can do it. All right. So maybe
Okay, I'll send
Yeah.
it over to you. No worries. So let's just go from some underground channels through some underground channels. There you go.
Yeah, secret communication channel.
You're about to see a link to the very same landing page on the chat shortly. So feel free to access it from your mobile devices to see if everything's in order.
Yeah, of course, it's our test domain. So we always recommend to publish a landing page under your own domain. This is the best way. We don't recommend you to use our test links
for live campaigns, really.
Exactly.
So don't worry about the URL for now. Just let's see if the tricks we've done on this template are actually doing the trick. So let's check if CTA is directing us accordingly to a form section, which it does, and moving to your retro style bathroom section. I want a free project section, and okay, I could actually adjust the copy here to more info, which I can easily adjust on the live page on within our editor, because that's the thing I skipped. There we are. More info. It is. As you can see, it's already changing in the editor. I'm publishing it. And in a moment, I'm going to see the change on the live page. There we go. More info it is. And the more info directs us accordingly to a next section. Okay, and about the gallery, as I mentioned, the gallery is already built in within the template. So as you can see, I'm just browsing through the pictures I've placed. I replaced, really. And that's pretty much it. The landing page, it's good to go. I think it looks decent. With your small adjustments on even more personalized copies, it could convert quite good, because design is very keen on eye, and I think it would do the trick.
Yeah, very nice landing page, Patrick.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
I was just copy pasting, really.
No, it's it's a decent landing page. So yeah, let's see if we have some questions. There was a question about if the recording of this webinar will be available. Of course, on all our social media platforms. So if you are on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, you will get the recording. It will be already there with the same link you entered it. So no worries, and you can reach this back in the future.
Do we have any more questions regarding the matter?
Yep. Let us know if you liked what we've presented today. It would be also helpful if you could just tell us if these webinars we are doing, they suit you. Would you like something different? What kind of content you would like us to present? Maybe some tips and tricks. Maybe more theory over practice. That'd be nice to have. Okay, we have a question. The question is, how much truth is there in having the CTAs in a totally different color and not brand colors? Oh, that's a nice question. Probably you are referring to some kind of research, that I know orange button converts best in some kind of industry. This could be true, actually. I mean, you always have to test. So preparing a test with a different but CTA color would be the best thing to do here, because all audiences, all campaigns are different. And in your case, in your scenario, some other maybe more, I would say, blooming, flashy button standing out of the rest of the design would convert better. So the answer here is it depends, and you have to test it.
What we did here is make sure that the actual CTA, the main CTA, stands out in on the contrast rule. So you can see the entire section is bright, and the green is actually outstanding on the bright background. So yeah, it is within the branding we have selected for that template, but it's actually visible. And yes, we could probably use a warmer color. However, the key is to pick such color that it's not actually from a different fairy tale, because it could break the entire design. So, as Andrew said, our favorite answer is it always depends.
Yeah, and I mean, for example, if you are driving your current audience, your customers that already know your brand, maybe it will be a better idea to stick to your brand colors and be consistent, because this gives you more trust and credibility from the audience. So it always depends, and you have to test it.
Pedro, yes, of course, the webinar stays. The recording will be available on all the platforms for you to have later review, so no worries.
Yeah, and while we are expanding the series here, we will be also publishing all the videos on our website in a separate tab, so you will also gain access to it, to all webinars through it in the near future. So yeah, stay tuned.
And what we did today is actually very similar to our regular landing demo sessions. So if you're starting with our platform, make sure to sign up for a free demo session with one of our specialists. They will actually show you a very similar process. However, you can work on a different template. You can ask questions in real time. You can actually ask whatever you want during such session, because obviously it doesn't have like a stiff agenda. You can also change a little bit of the topic. So yeah, so demo sessions are very similar, but there's more flexibility into them.
Yeah, I've just pasted a link to the demo session, so you can get a quick overview, quick tour over all the processes you are about to do in the platform. If you want to schedule a meeting, one-on-one meeting with our specialist, maybe with Patrick, there is an option on this page as well. All right, I think we'll be getting heading to the end. Thank you all for watching us. We really appreciate it. We are very curious about what you guys think. So if you could just leave us feedback or send us feedback manually to our inboxes, to our support team, that would be great. Plus any ideas for further and future webinars would be also very welcome.
Yeah, we'll be more than happy to show you the content that you're actually interested in. So
yeah, feel free to share it.
Yeah.
All right, Patrick, thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
yeah,
Andrew.
and see you.
And thank you guys for being here with us, and hopefully see you next time.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Later.